In my opinion, it's not enough to promote the working landscape, which I equate to the scenery that we look at as we pass through it and drive around the state. In my mind, we need to support the cultural landscape. And what is the cultural landscape? Simply, the cultural landscape is the working landscape plus the people who perpetuate it. The cultural landscape includes not only the producers and folks who make use of the land-based and natural resources, but the entrepreneurs who add value to the products, identify and fill the markets for those products, and create employment opportunities for their neighbors. The cultural landscape makes good use out of scarce resources and creates opportunity out of adversity. It promotes innovation and rewards initiative. Above all, Vermont's cultural landscape takes advantage of and makes use of our native assets, our people, our brand, and our natural resources. It is authentic. Preserving land without supporting the folks who work that land creates a Disney effect, an idealized landscape or theme park that fails to take into account what makes it real. This effort is an attempt to create, for the first time, a unified and coherent setting in which Vermont's cultural landscape can be nurtured. We have one chance to get this right. The Vermont Lands Enterprise Investment Bill offers up both a vision of where we want to be and a few tools we can use to get there. This bill sets in motion many of the goals that we laid out in Act 38 from 2008, which spelled out a vision of what we wanted Vermont's agricultural sector to look like. A few of those relevant goals include support for programs and policies that foster the development of a diversified agricultural sector, provide economic stability to preserve the necessary infrastructure of the agricultural industry, and enable agricultural operations of diverse sizes, producing a wide array of products to prosper in Vermont and contribute to the state and regional economy. This bill states that the people, businesses, and infrastructure that have contributed to our cultural landscape are important and worth supporting. It addresses a long-standing gap in the ability of farm and forest product entrepreneurs to have a state-level, one-stop shop to help with regulatory and financing issues. It supports the idea of local control by giving individuals and communities the ability to voluntarily commit their land to an economic future based on sustainable natural resource use. And finally, it entrenches the agricultural and forest product sectors at the highest levels of state economic development planning. I also have a personal reason for being excited about this bill. My wife Judy and I are organic vegetable growers in Shoreham. We've been doing it 30 years, and it's my dream to someday have a viable agricultural operation that will be perpetuated in the future long after we're gone. This bill is going to play a role in that. It's been a privilege to have been a part of the 16-member Working Lands Council, and I want to thank Paul for pulling all that together and his hard work. From the very beginning, we were able to set aside differences of detail and focus on the shared goal of a prosperous economy based on sustainable use of our natural resource and land base. While much of my focus is on agriculture, it's always been clear that the forest products world is a close, if neglected, relation. The Working Lands Enterprise Investment Bill begins to remedy that by merging the mutual interests of ag and forest products.